John got a new job offer. He was being demoted from his senior manager job, but hey, great news, there is no change to his compensation. So he's making the same kind of money. For John, he was feeling really weird about this whole demotion. Sitting around the campfire one night, our friend Rita was like, "What's the problem? Same money, less responsibility? Are you crazy? Take it." Hey, I'm Shauna Cole, and this is Career Interrupted. John was going through so many feelings with the offer of the new role. It was clear that it was a step backwards in his career, and he had been so conditioned to the fact that we must always climb in our careers that it didn't even occur to him that it could actually be a good thing. John has small kids. He's going through a lot in his personal life. And the role he was in, well, he didn't even like it anyways. In the career world, we're so excited to share news of a promotion. We're so excited to share a new fancy title. And we should be, that's exciting, and those things are big accomplishments. But in that, we're also sort of conditioned to think the whole idea of demotion is absolutely always a bad thing, no matter what. Demotion signals that you've done something wrong, that you're not capable, that you're not performing, right? What if a demotion could actually be a really, really good thing? What if demotion, taking a step back in your career, is the best move for a period of time to ensure your fulfillment, your happiness, your balance? What if a demotion could actually be something really positive for you and your potential future growth? We tend to look at demotion as sort of universally negative. It's bad, bad, bad. But I'm here to say, I don't think that demotion always needs to be a negative thing. Sure, it signals some sort of change. It signals a change in your career, but that change doesn't necessarily have to be negative. I've seen people just like John push back on demotions, saying it's not right for me. I don't want to take this step back in my career right now. All the while they're completely miserable in their current role. A demotion or a step back in your career can serve you really, really well, especially if you're not fulfilled and enjoying the position that you're in right now. It can offer an opportunity to stay and continue with the same company, but maybe try something on for size that's a little bit different from what you're doing. It'll be a hard decision to make because you've likely worked really hard to build your career, but don't rule out demotion altogether. Instead of looking to what the outside world says you should do and to what the outside world says about demotion, look inside yourself and ask yourself, is it actually right for me at this point in my life or this point in my career? Finding this video helpful, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to stay to the very end because I'm gonna tell you what happened with John. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through 3 reasons you might actually want to consider a demotion. Don't look to the outside world for the answers. Let's not worry about what everyone else thinks. Let's worry about what's going to make you happy. You are too stressed. If you're feeling stressed out in your current role and you have an opportunity to take a demotion, why not take it? Stress is, of course, going to contribute to your overall health. Stress is going to contribute to your overall happiness. As much as we try to separate work from life, what happens in our personal life can impact our work, and what happens at work can impact our personal life, especially if we're working in situations where things are becoming more and more integrated, right? With work from home and so on. If your job is stressing you out, and if your employer has an opportunity for a demotion, there's a reorganization going on, let's say, why not consider taking that demotion? And instead of worrying about what other people are gonna think about you taking that, why not focus on the impacts that that could have on your overall health? You need more time away from work. Now, as we tend to progress in an organization, it's fairly common that the demands increase with that. So it's reasonable to assume that your job can be taking you away from your family and friends, maybe more than you would like. It's right for you at this point in your life. So if your company's going through a reorganization and you are being offered a lower level position, a demotion, ask yourself, what are the reasons that you aren't open to that position that's being presented to you? Are those reasons what people on the outside are gonna think? Or are those reasons sort of internal to you? Like, if you don't think you're gonna enjoy the new role, by all means, don't take the demotion. But if you're in a situation where it feels really well aligned with where you're at in your life, why not consider it? It keeps you with the company. It's probably gonna keep you at the same rate of pay with less responsibility. So when it comes to demotion, don't rule it out from the get-go. Consider the fact that it might actually be a great move for you depending on where you're at in your personal life and in your career. John really struggled with the demotion that was presented to him. Ultimately, he was at a phase in his life where he wanted to stay with the same company. He was going to be guaranteed the same level of income. He didn't want to switch things up at work in his professional life because he had a bunch of periphery stuff going on outside of work. He opted to take the demotion. He is living his best life, making the same coin, has the flexibility to pick the kids up from daycare, and even manages to take a lunch every single day to go to the gym. If you feel like a demotion just isn't right for you, whatever the reason, that's perfectly okay too. And if you're struggling through what to do, if you've been offered a different position, make sure to check out my video on just that. I'm gonna link it here. If you've been offered a demotion, I'd love to know what you ultimately decided to do and why. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please be sure to subscribe.
Please.